One of the things that I'm really trying to identify is when the head is sitting crooked. You can see the head one side. If somebody's ever told you you're not level-headed, they're probably right. And you can see the head sitting crooked. My goal as an upper cervical chiropractor is to ensure that your spine looks like the image on the right. It makes sense that the head is sitting directly over the spine and that the brainstem is free of any neurologic compromise. And this is how I identify if you do have a neurologic compromise. I have an instrument that I run up your spine, and that instrument helps me identify if you do or do not have some sort of compromise. And in the event you do, it gives me a neurologic reading. And this is what this reading looks like. So you can see the spine on the left side and the spine on the right side. The one on the left is showing me some colors. You can see those colored bars. That means there's a neurologic compromise within the spine. The spine on the right is free of any compromise. And as it's free of compromise, it's neurologically sound. It's doing the best it can with what it has. So let's just say you come on in and you bring your children and you have a 5-year-old. And we check your 5-year-old spine to make sure as they develop properly or the best of their ability. Or you come on in and you're 55 years old, but you've had 5.5 decades of all this chaos and craziness that happened in your life, and now your spine's going to be abnormal structurally and neurologically, and you've got a whole mess of psychological things going on. See how every case is different? We tailor-make the cases here in the office. We truly believe that proper functioning of the nerve system, absolute proper functioning of the nerve system improves our thoughts, it ensures your health, but more importantly, it increases your overall performance. Who wouldn't want to perform at their best? I do. It's like an athlete. You know, they practice, they want to perform at their best. Our students are striving to get that A, or maybe I've got a job and I'm trying to get the next raise. I want to be promoted. We all want to be promoted and work our best, but what's the most important thing in our life? The absolute most important thing. What do you think that is? It's our health. Because if you lose your health, everything else goes to the wayside. You've heard a bunch thus far, so what is it that really makes us different? Really sets us apart from any other place that you really can find care like this? We help you overcome challenges. We do communication coaching. We make sure that the nerve system functioning is at its best. We do personality-based relationships. Personality-based, yes, we'll talk about that, but personality-based, because your personality is very different on either your children or your siblings or even your spouse or coworkers. So how do you relate to people where you're having a hard time communicating with them? We do that here in the office. We do health coaching, and we offer judge-free support. There's no pointing fingers or judging you. We understand where you're at and what you've experienced. And with that, we want to just go, it's all good. We're going to serve you with compassion, honesty, and respect, and give you a little bit of edge in life. So you can go, I can do this. I got hope. Our thoughts and our body, remember I mentioned earlier that we unite them. And more importantly, we talk about the body being the nerve system and our thoughts being our mind. We have to make sure that you are the center of your life. It's not a selfish thing, but rather a serving thing. But what's in your life? I mean, we have our friends, we have our health, of course, and hobbies that we're into, and family. Me time. When's the last time you took me time? We have God in our life, and of course we have work. All those are important. This is who we are. Most of us have these things in our life. But what happens? When we lose our health, remember I mentioned that earlier, health is the most important thing that we can have. When we lose our health, I think about, where'd it go? Like, I lost my health. Can you help me find it? Or I go to the gym. I don't know why they would call it a health club. You can't go walk in the gym and say, can I have 2 gallons of health today? You can't go to your medical doctor and say, you know what? I'm feeling out of this world. Is there anything you can give me to make sure I stay feeling this way? They don't offer that. The health care in this country is disease care. They diagnose you. You have 2 options in this country, drugs or surgery. And if you don't like those options, or maybe you've been dealing with that and you're sick and tired of that, what do? You get weller. But when you lose your health, what happens? All of a sudden that challenge, that health challenge, your diagnosis, either emotionally or physically, sometimes both, gets put in the center of your life. My cancer, my tumor, my diabetes. It's not yours. They didn't name it after you. My depression, my anxiety. They didn't name it after you. But, oh, I've been diagnosed. And now when I've been diagnosed, what does that mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that, oh, I can't go out to dinner there, I have this. Oh, I can't do that because I have this. I can't do that activity. Oh, I could never do like they can. All of a sudden you start to think you're inferior, not good enough, like you're incapable now because you've been diagnosed. When do you just say, darn it, that's not me? What if, think about this, I were to give you a baby picture of you, and you look at this baby picture of you, maybe you're 2, 3, 4 years old, who knows, and I have you write a letter to that baby talking about what their life is going to look like. Wouldn't you like to do that? Wouldn't it be great if somebody did that with your life? How you can start creating your life? Nobody ever does that. How do you really write down the things that you want, stay accountable to those things, and then move forward on purpose and being driven, living that life on purpose? Do you do that? Most don't. Most are human doings, not human beings. We get to help you be in the space that you're in. Maybe you're overweight. So what? You're being that right now. Doesn't mean you're going to be that tomorrow. You're on medication, or you've been diagnosed with something. Are you going to own that diagnosis? Or are you going to say, you know what? My body's dealing with the problem, not me. I'm just living in this thing, and I got this. See the difference? See the shift? We can help you do that. So don't repeat your yesterday. Somebody, I take yesterday's pain into tomorrow's pleasure. I mentioned that earlier. When do we stop repeating our yesterday and saying, I got this. I'm going to do this right now. And this is how you do that. Because what's next is about to transform your life. Some of the things that we talk about in the office, as we talk about different things, we talk about diet and exercise, hygiene, emotional life and your parenting, if that applies to you, a marital life, financial life, and serving and volunteering. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, you got this career you're struggling with, or spiritual issues. Believe it or not, a lot of people are having spiritual issues. Mental and physical, psychological stuff, and past hurts and traumas. Let's be honest. We're human. These are all the things that not only do we ask about, but we address. We create a game plan of something that you would find a priority, that you want to overcome. And if you can overcome that, tell me what you can't do. Because you're living this life on how you've wanted it, how you love your life. Do you love your life? Do you wake up and going, I can't wait to go do this thing today, versus, oh, when is Friday? See what I mean? I've got children, and they always ask me when I drive them to school, is tomorrow a stay-home day? They don't even know what day of the week it is, because they're being human beings, not human doings. When do we start to play again? Granted, we're adults, and we have to make these decisions based on our life and our responsibilities. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is why wouldn't you start taking control of your life? Opposed to other things, work, family, friends, all these different things telling you and how you should live your life. That time is over, and that time is right now. So let's get started. One of the things we identify is we call day one is a data day. We take a health history, we do a lifestyle assessment, we do a neurologic examination, postural analysis, and digital x-rays. Day two we call discovery day. We call it report of findings. When we do this report of findings, we're going to find out some things on day one that you had no idea of what was going on with you. And then we create this game plan. We have program recommendations. Our programs are tailor-made to you. Some of the things that we have for people are people like, why haven't I ever seen this before? My doctor's never introduced this to me. That's because we do something different. The day one and day two fee is $225. We do that to make it affordable, so we don't have to deal with insurance companies. We do that so families can get under care, and it just makes sense because you deserve to know what you look like structurally, neurologically, and believe it or not, emotionally. And you may think you have your stuff together. Trust me, I did too. We do this with our life as well. We're not perfect. I too am getting weller. So why wouldn't you? Our program recommendations. We have two different programs. We have an executive program and a professional program. In the two programs, we offer the welcome package, thought coaching, personality assessment, our group coaching calls. Those are great. That's when our clients get on and everybody's kind of sharing thoughts or different things and keeping each other accountable. It's just great. Healthy lifestyle coaching, that's where I get in and really start talking to you about different things that you can start doing to not only hold your upper cervical chiropractic correction in your spine, but dietary stuff, communication stuff, waking up on purpose, maybe a rah-rah once in a while. Nothing's wrong with that. But that's what you're going to get with those two packages. But now, if you really want to just step over the edge and say, I'm ready to go all in, the professional package may very well be for you. And understand, you don't have to be this, what does this professional mean? That's what we title it. What you call being a pro in life. Are you being a professional at who you are? So we have a food allergy panel. We have exclusive event access. Lisa Jenkins and I host events frequently, and you can go to those events, but you'll have access to that event more than anybody else because you'll get the first email or phone call. And when you get those things, you're on our, if you will, VIP list. That's part of the professional program. Family member discounts. When you have, oh, can I bring my kids or my spouse or, my grandmother wants to come, whatever that is, we offer programs for people, but now as a professional package, we offer even further discounted programs for being part of this. A VIP day. One of the things that I like doing is taking a walk at the botanical gardens, or if it's raining, go to the mall, do a mall walk, or sit at maybe a coffee shop and sit down and have a great cup of coffee and a conversation. That's a VIP day, because you're important. And when was the last time you got to sit with your doctor and life coach and go, I got some things going on, I need some one-on-one in person. You get that with the professional package. We do a Strength Finders assessment. This will blow your mind. If you haven't seen this yet, it's outside of a personality profile. These are the strengths. These are the gifts that God has given you. The things that you can't change about you. That's the seed. It's in your DNA. Do you know what they are? And if you know, believe it or not, there's a way to actually enhance those. We do that. And we do a faith power call. We talk a lot of God here. So we don't push that down your throat by any means, and this isn't a kind of thing. We talk God. We pray together. People just need a little bit of hope and going, I got this. I'm not the only one dealing with some of the things that I'm dealing with. That's the faith group call. People love it. Once you've decided which program is for you, then we go into day 3. Day 3 is the beginning of your transformation, hence why we call it the Transformation Day. That Transformation Day is the rebalancing or the resetting of your nerve system. So therefore, you receive your initial upper cervical spinal correction. Once your spine is balanced neurologically, day 4 is the new thinking day. That's when you sit with Lisa Jenkins, our thought leader, and just sit down and really uncover some of the things. It's not the most comfortable day, but you leave on purpose, I promise you. And when you do that, once the nerve system's rebalanced and our thoughts are in line with what we want in life, the seeds of abundance, the seeds of possibility are planted. And all we do is create action steps so you can stay dedicated to them to watch this garden of life grow, the things that you want in your life. This isn't a rah-rah. It's about transforming you. So we do the thought and relationship coaching, and after that, visits 4, 5, 6, and 7, as we go through those are going to be tailor-made based on the needs that what we find. So based on your new client paperwork, we'll know what it is that you're really needing for care. Because no two people are alike, no two fingerprints are alike, or no two spines are alike, no two emotional issues are alike. So we customize care to you and really help you break through, unleash what's possible in your life. That's Getting Weller. Getting Weller is about having thriving relationships, a healthy body, a sound mind, and doing what you love. Wouldn't we all want that? I do, and I have that, and I'm moving further into having more of that. I love having thriving relationships. I don't have any problem raising my standards and saying, no, that's unacceptable in my life. But so many people have a hard time saying no because they feel bad or they want to serve and just give. And what happens is you lose yourself. Not anymore. By Getting Weller, you'll improve your health, you'll make better decisions, you'll communicate much better, you'll manage your stress, you'll be able to understand your circle of crazy and those triggers, and raise your standards. And when you raise your standards, you become a better you. Sound interesting? Sound too good to be true? I bet it is. But why not give it a try? You deserve it. Email us at info@gettingweller.com or simply call us on the number on the screen. But until then, think good things, keep your head on straight, and have a great day.